Hello friends, welcome to my channel Power BI Skills. Through this channel, I share with my viewers a lot of tips, tricks, and best practices in Power BI in order to develop stunning dashboards. Today I have come up with yet another amazing video. I'll be covering a trick of dynamically changing the colors of visuals and also changing the title of the visuals through DAX function. Let's understand with the help of example. So this is an example of a simple column visual showing the total sales done in months. So the bars which are appearing here is showing the actual sales done in each of the month, and then we have a line visual showing the sales forecast. So here you can see in the month of February, April, May, July, and September, our bars are lower than the line which is appearing, which is showing the sales forecast. It means the actual sales were less than the sales forecast for that particular month. Let's say if I want bar color of the month where we were not able to meet our forecast should appear in red, and for the remaining month the bar color should be either in gray or a green color. Also, I want the title which is given here, which is currently a static title, which means this title would remain same despite the change in data. However, I need a dynamic title showing like for how many months we have missed the forecast. So let's move on to our next visual. So this is the visual which is showing like what we had aspired for, like wherever we were not, we have not met our forecast numbers, the bars are appearing in red, and wherever we have achieved the forecast numbers, these bars are appearing in gray. So we have a dynamic colors for the visual, like by default, the wherever we have not met the targets or forecast, our bar is turning red color. Similarly, if you see the title of this visual, it is also dynamic. So this is showing that out of 9 months, we have missed the forecast in 5 months, and overall shortfall is 2000 US dollars. So if we change the data, let's say instead of like 5 months, let's say we have a data showing only forecast missed for 4 months, so this would change accordingly. And similarly, the shortfall or surplus would also change accordingly. In this video, we will learn how to transform our basic column visual to a visual with dynamic color and title. I'm sure you will appreciate and like this trick, and I would request you to please do like and share my video in case you are getting benefit through these videos. If you are new to my channel, then I would request you to please subscribe this channel by hitting the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you will get notification of all my future videos. Your like and subscribe will motivate me to make more such useful contents for my viewers. Now let's get started. This is an example dataset showing actual versus forecast sales numbers for 9 months starting January till September. Let's upload this data in Power BI. I have uploaded my example dataset in Power BI. You can see on the right hand side our example dataset table is appearing. Let me first create a basic column visual with the help of the actual sales number and month. I will change this to a stacked column chart. So this is a basic column chart which we have created. Let me just expand this. Now you can see the sequence of months is not appearing in the right order, here we'll have to apply our trick of custom sorting of data. If you are the regular viewer of my channel, then you must have viewed my video of custom sort. In case you are new to my channel, then I have shared the link of my video on custom sorting. It is appearing on your screen. Uh, you can see on the I button it is appearing, and you can click on this link and check out the video. So I have created a sort table here, and now I would remove month from the above table, and I would click month here, and I will go to my sort table in data view, and I will click on month column, and here I would sort this. I will select this option, sort order. So I'm sorting it with the sort order only, and I will go to my report view, and I would go to three dots and sort access. I will sort by month, and I will sort this in ascending order. You can see now it is appearing in the right order: January, February, March, and so on. Now we have a column visual. Let me add my forecast number in this visual with the help of a y-axis line. For that I will go to add data option, and line y-axis I will click on add data, and here I would select sales forecast. Now you can see we have months like February, April, May, July, and September where I was not able to meet my forecast number. So I want to change the color of these bars to red, and for remaining bar I want to change the color to gray, light gray. So for that I will have to do the conditional formatting, and this would be done with the help of a measure. I will create a new measure. I'll name this measure as bar color, and here I'll be using if function. If my sales, actual sales, sum of actual sales is less than my sales forecast, if this is true, then the color would be red. If this is not true, then my color would be light gray. I will hit enter. Now for that I will have to go to view, and I will enable format. So you can see format option is appearing here. I'll select my visual first, and I will go to columns. You can see there is a fx option, function option appearing in front of the default color. So this is the conditional formatting option. I'll select that, and in the format style I will select field value, and here I will select my measure bar color. Now you can see that wherever in the months where I was not able to meet my forecast, the color is turned red, and wherever I have met the forecast number, the color has turned gray. I can change this to green as well. So in that particular scenario, I'll change my measure, and instead of light gray, I can write light green. So you can see the bar color is changed to green. For now, I will just keep it as light gray only. Now I'll do a bit of formatting here. I'll go to format. I will remove the legend. I would remove grid lines as well. And I would add data label, and I would increase the font size. I'll bold the data labels, increase the font size to, let's say, 14, or we can keep it as 12. And for forecast, let me change the data label color to yellow, and I would add a marker as well for sales forecast. I'll increase the marker size to, let's say, 6. I'll change the line color to purple. Okay, now let's change the title as well. Now let's convert the static title to our dynamic title. For that, we'll have to create few measures. To create measure, I'll have to go to data, and I'll click on 3 dots. I'll create new measure. I will name this measure as missing number of months missing forecast, or I would say missing forecast months. So I have to calculate the total number of months where I have missed my forecast. So for that, I will be using calculate, and then I will be using count. So count would be count for month with a condition, which I'll be adding through filter function, and here I would be using the table reference, which is sales forecast versus actual, and then this would be my sales forecast is higher than, greater than actual sales. So wherever my forecast sales is higher than actual sales, it means I have not met my forecast numbers. So I will be counting only those months. I would create another measure. I will name this measure as surplus or shortfall. So this would be my sum x. I have already covered sum x function in one of my previous video. You can refer to my video basics of DAX function, where I have covered in detail about the sum x function. So SumX function would be used where we have to refer to multiple columns and rows. So here I would be giving the reference of my table, which is sales versus actual, sales forecast versus actual, and then I have to give the expression. So I need the total of the difference of forecast and actual. So forecast minus actual, and whatever would be the variance, the total of those variance would be calculated with this. So let's say for the month of January, my actual sales was 38K, whereas the forecast was 25K. So 13K is the surplus. Similarly, in February, whatever would be surplus and deficit would be calculated or aggregated. So I'll be using sales, actual sales minus sales forecast. Now I'll be creating one more measure, and I will name this measure as dynamic title, and I will shift enter, and I'll create a variable first. So my variable would be a number of months missed forecast. So this I have already created, missing forecast month. So this is my variable one. Second variable would be my is it like whatever is the total difference of forecast versus actual, is it a surplus or a shortfall? So I would write this surplus or shortfall if the measure which we have created, surplus or shortfall, is less than 0, then this would be my shortfall. If it is greater than 0, then this would be my surplus. I'll be adding one more variable, and this would be total months. So this would be simple count our sales forecast versus actual month, which is the total number of months. I'll shift enter, and now I will return. Now I have created all my variables. Now I have to draft the dynamic title. So I want the title in this manner, like forecast missed for 5 out of 9 months. My overall shortfall is, let's say, $2,000. The numbers or the text appearing in yellow are the dynamic terms. So these would change with change in data. Remaining is the static text. So let's create this title with the help of DAX function. So first I would be using the text. So text I would be using, or I would be creating with the inverted commas. So the text would be forecast missed for. So this is the text, and then I have to add the dynamic number, which is the number of month for which I have missed the forecast, which I have created in my first variable. So I would first add a space. To add a space, we'll have to use and symbol. Then we have to add a space in inverted commas and then close it with again add symbol. So this would create a one space between the text and the number, dynamic number. So dynamic number, which is the number of month missed, that would be with the help of variable number one, number of month missed forecast. So I'll give reference of number of month missed forecast. Then again, I will use a space. I will add a space and symbol, and then space in inverted commas, and again and symbol. And then we'll have to mention the text out of total. Here we have to give the reference of the total number of months for which we have the data, which is my last variable, the total months variable. I would again add a space with that and space in inverted commas and again add, and now I will give the reference of the variable total months. So I have written forecast missed for 5 months out of total 9 months, and then again I would add a space, and here I would mention in text months, and then again I would add a space, and now I would add a comma in inverted commas, and now again I would add a space, and here I would mention text in inverted commas overall. So this would be closed. Now I want to know whether it is a shortfall or a surplus that we have calculated in my second variable, surplus or shortfall. So then I would give the reference. Before that, I will have to add a space, and now I have to give the reference of my variable surplus or shortfall, and then again I would add a space and space in inverted commas, and now I would give the reference of my calculation of surplus or shortfall, the total surplus or shortfall which we had calculated through measure. So that would be surplus slash shortfall, which we had calculated with SumX function. This is it. I would hit enter. Now my dynamic title is ready. I'll select my visual. I'll go to formatting. I will go to title. Here what I'll do, I'll first change the main title to forecast versus actual. I'll bold this and increase the font size to 20. And now I will go to subtitle. I will enable subtitle. I would go to the function option here in the subtitle, and I will click on this. In the feed value, I will select my measure dynamic title. I will hit OK, and now I will increase the font size to 14, and I will bold this. So here the title is, or I would say subtitle is, forecast missed for 5 out of total 9 months, comma, overall shortfall is 2000 US dollars. So this amount, which is 2000, I can format this amount so that this would appear that this is the total overall shortfall in amount. For that, I will go to my data, and I will go to my dynamic title measure, and here in the end where we have give the reference of the measure, surplus versus shortfall, I would write format bracket, then measure reference, then I would give the format reference, so that would be in inverted commas dollar. So this is the reference of the format which I need. I will hit enter. Now you can see this is appearing correctly, that overall shortfall is 2000 US dollars. How did we calculate this overall shortfall? I've told you with the sumx function. If we have to validate if the number is correct, I will go to my Excel of example dataset. So I will calculate the difference between my forecast versus actual, or I would say it should be the other way around. So actual minus forecast. So if I total this, so you can see minus 2000 is the overall shortfall. So that's why it is appearing overall shortfall. So 5 months, which is appearing from the measure which we have calculated, the number of month we have missed the forecast. Total 9 months, which is calculated from total of the month measure, and shortfall, it is calculated because the amount which is appearing here 2000 in minus, which is a negative, that means it is a shortfall. So this is also a dynamic, and then we have an amount. I hope you understood how to do the conditional formatting, or I would say changing the colors to dynamic bar colors with the help of DAX function, and also change to dynamic title with the help of DAX function. And you would be able to implement the same in your visuals and in your dashboard and reports. In case you have any questions or doubt, please feel free to reach out to me by adding your comments in the comment field, and I will revert on this ASAP. Thanks for watching, friends. Thank you. Bye bye.